Confidence means security and trust within yourself. So when you're constantly breaking your own promises, you're not honoring your own thoughts and your own feelings, you're not going to feel secure. And how can you expect anyone to respect you if you're not even going to respect yourself? Hi guys, my name is Dahlia and I hope you enjoyed this video. This is my first face-to-face video that I'm doing. So it was all about building confidence and being secure in yourself, and yeah, let's get into it. And the affirmation for today is, I take back all my power that others have taken from me without my permission. Take a deep breath in and out. That was actually a good deep breath for me because I have a deviated septum, so that was nice. Why are you waiting to respect yourself as a person once you've achieved all of your goals? When you have the house, the car, the clothes, the dream life. You see people with a beautiful Lamborghini, but the thing is, people don't care about the person in the driver's seat. They care about the Lamborghini. They're imagining themselves driving that car because of the symbolism it brings and the respect they wish to attract and the status. You don't need external items to attract respect from the right kind of people. I've personally seen many extremely wealthy people and they dress so ordinary. They believed in themselves and that they could do that. They have confidence and they achieved it. And if they can achieve it, so can you. So many people are out there looking to impress each other. But what for? Are these people even meant for you? Or who do you really wish you would want to attract? At the end of the day, everyone is busy focusing on themselves and not you. No one is going to come and magically give you confidence. It starts when you make active changes to believe in yourself and your own cause. And confident people are not always perfect and happy 24/7. I'm not happy 24/7. I go through every emotion, every phase. It's normal and it's not something that's bad. We all have good days, we all have bad days and great days, but confident people love themselves unconditionally through all the phases. Attention does not equal your worth, and this is so important because I feel like in a day and age of social media, which I'll get more into later, women are really put on that our worth is within our looks, and it's the biggest lie that has been told to us because it's furthest from the truth. So remember, the amount of attention you get does not equal your worth or your value. Everyone has their own preferences and no one's going to be attracted to you just like you're not attracted to them. And if you're really feeling like you wish for attention, then give yourself attention. If you crave it, why not give it to yourself? You have an endless supply of attention right now. You want someone to listen to you, listen to yourself. If you want to go on a date, take yourself out on a date. You literally can be your own best friend. If you don't have anyone, you have someone right here. Just over these years, I've been pushing myself to go out alone, and if my younger self saw me now, she would probably die. Even just going to the movies or taking yourself out to dinner. Recently, I went to a concert by myself for the first time, which was a little bit nerve-wracking, but after you do these things, you realize like, oh, it was okay. Like, I'm actually safe, I'm fine. And you have this sense of achievement that you carry within yourself because you actually pushed yourself to go out of your comfort zone. So it's very rewarding to just do that. There are all these subliminal messages telling us that our body needs to look a certain way. This body part's not right. Oh, you need to be this tall, you need to be this thin. Our bodies are so beautiful and they are so incredible that they work so hard to keep us alive and keep us happy and surviving. And it's difficult in this day and age because really we should be cherishing it and loving it and observing it, but not judging it. And sorry to any men watching, but for the women, we are women. Like, we are portals. We bring life into this earth. Our bodies are temples and we're literally goddesses. We're so precious and so beautiful, and we have so much power that no one can take away from us. We're strength, we're love, we're beauty, and we hold the features of all our ancestors, and we're all trying our best in this world, and we know how difficult it is to be a woman. Just remember your power because you have it inside of you. It's not even about a fact of learning, it's about a fact of knowing. It's deep inside of you. It's so important to set boundaries for yourself because when you think highly of yourself, you want the best of the best. You deserve the world. And a lot of people don't believe that in themselves. You see a lot of people staying in friendships or relationships that they're not even happy in, but they stay in it because they think that that's what they deserve and that they're not worthy to get anything any better. I mean, I used to be the biggest people. I mean, if there was a dictionary that had the word people pleaser, I would be the definition. Now I'm a whole other person, but this is years of inner work, and this is why I want to help other people, because what I went through in my journey, I can give advice to you guys and help you through that process as well. It's not selfish to want to take care of yourself and set boundaries, and it's so important to set boundaries to be able to level up. Because if you're just letting anyone into your soul and experience your energy, you're going to be attracting all of the wrong kind of people, and the universe is going to test you. Allow yourself to show people your worth. Show people you are someone to believe in and pay attention to. There are so many successful leaders out there who exude confidence, which makes others believe in them too and their abilities. So never talk bad about yourself in front of others, because you're doing yourself a disservice and selling yourself short. And don't ever put someone else on a pedestal, because no one else is better than you and you're not better than anyone else. We're all the same. We're all energy having a human experience. We all came out the same way. Where do I even begin with social media? Social media is stealing your happiness. There's a huge mental health crisis at the moment where people are the most unconfident and uncomfortable with themselves now more than ever. We're pitted against each other and conditioned to be the best of the best, show only the best aspects of our life, to be the most beautiful, to have the most followers, to live the best life. And it's so exhausting. And it always feels as if we're not enough. But that's where the big lie is. You are, and you have always been and will always be enough. That is the fact. That will always be a fact. And the fact that you're even watching this video even shows that you want better for yourself, and this is a form of self-love and self-care. There are so many people comparing themselves to others and their lives, and comparison is the biggest happiness killer. We're so exposed to so many things that push a specific narrative. For example, like adverts, porn, magazines, social media, like it's shoved in our face, and it's showing like all of these new beauty standards and showing what we're expected to look like, and that we have to be this successful and have this money and have these businesses as quickly as we can. There's so many expectations and standards that have caused lower self-esteem, a lower vibration. There are 15-second videos accessible with a touch of a button, and you're spending hours and hours scrolling, and it becomes an information overload, and we're not wired to be that way, to have so much information in a span of a few minutes or hours, and you're taking on all of these people's energy and their problems and their feelings. It can attach to you. So next time you're about to go on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube Shorts, I just want you to assess how you feel before you go on it, and then assess how you feel after. I just want you to notice how your mood can start to go down. Like, do you feel more agitated, sad, lonely, insecure, tired? The tired is the big one. Like, I personally, when I was scrolling through TikTok, I felt so unmotivated and just so drained and tired afterwards. Now I have the app, but I don't scroll on it as much anymore. You can use social media to your benefit. So if you unfollow all of these influencers and people that don't serve you, you can use social media as a way to uplift you, motivate you, educate you. And online, the beauty standards are always changing. No one can win. If you had thin lips, now you need big lips. If you had a small bum, now you need a big bum. Different countries have different beauty standards, and at the end of the day, no one is winning. So there will always be someone who is more beautiful, more successful, has a nicer car, has a nicer house by societal standards. So you'll never win this unspoken race, and instead of focusing on the lack, focus on what you have. What you have is control, and what you can do to improve yourself as a person every day and become a better version of yourself as you were yesterday. So you can create a personal race and see how far you can really go. 30 to 40% of insecurities can be genetic and passed down from your mother and father. And this is not to say go ahead and blame your parents or your ancestors for all of your problems, but this can help you understand what sectors of your psyche lack confidence, and also understanding generational trauma, because it has been passed down onto you, and what specifically needs to be healed and worked on. For example, if you have a fear of being seen and speaking up, this could be a possible generational trauma. And you can also look at the insecurities of your parents to see what they're insecure about and maybe get a hint of that. Be careful with the people you surround yourself with, because the 5 people you spend your most time with are the people who can have an influence on you. So when you're spending time with toxic friends and family who demean you, abuse you, are untrustworthy, and can literally affect your internal environment, and they increase your stress levels and anxiety and depression, because no one has time for that. So be careful with who you allow to get to know your soul, because not everyone deserves to get so close to you. In order to feel secure, it's really important to have a supportive and healthy group of friends who can help you grow, and people who make you feel comfortable about being yourself. It literally goes back to tribes and because if everyone is working together in that tribe, they survive longer. So imagine what it does to that tribe if you're filled with untrusting, toxic people. The tribe is not going to grow. And they're not going to be that strong and protected. So don't dim yourself down just because you're scared of getting kicked out of the tribe. If these people are constantly lowering your vibration, then you're in the wrong tribe. Because once you've released them, that gives the universe space to bring your new people and who are truly meant for you. Insecure friends who are always in drama, always constantly gossiping, always has something wrong. I've had a very toxic friend years ago, and it's something I will never entertain again. The ones who constantly compare themselves to you or others, who is always looking for validation, always putting themselves down to make others feel better of themselves, who will blame everyone else for their own issues instead of looking at themselves. Be careful who you spend your time with, because if you have someone who's like that, who never grows, never leans into maturity, never strikes for anything in their life, it's going to rub off of you. And as humans, it's natural to adjust and adapt to our surroundings and mimic personality traits and others as we spend time with them. So choose your friends carefully, and yeah. Our childhood can have such a massive effect on our self-esteem issues and mental health growing up all the way into adult years. And when you didn't have a loving and secure and peaceful upbringing and didn't receive the basic needs such as understanding and love, this can really, really have a negative impact on that child. And my own childhood and my own experiences in school have caused me to have I did have like awful social anxiety and depression, only up until a few years now, because I did a lot of inner work and I did a lot of therapy since I was young. And I continue to do this as well because it's an ongoing journey, and I don't believe that everyone can be 100% healed, because there's always something that's going to happen. Like, there's always a lesson to be learned. But I was running away from my most authentic self for years because I always thought she wasn't good enough, and that was due to past experiences and trauma. But what I've learned is that hurt people do hurt people, and it's just up to you to decide what you want to do with that pain. And everyone gets hurt, and you can either use it to your advantage, use the pain for power, or you can use that pain to cause more destruction. And the only one who has control over that outcome is you. So when you learn to fully trust yourself and understand yourself in all sides and give yourself compassion, when someone tries to tear you down with negative words or tries to hurt you, you can securely know that that's not true. If someone tries to say something about you, and you just know it's not true, because you know yourself. You know yourself, and you have such high regard for yourself that no one can steal your power. So when a thought pops into your head that's negative and is trying to tell you something negative about yourself, just ask yourself why. Ask yourself, where did that thought come from? What belief do I have to have that? Did something happen in the past? Was I abused in some form? Did someone say something in an experience? It's your inner child trying to tell you that they're still hurt and if something hasn't been healed yet. And when you start to tap into that, things will move from there. You can do an exercise where it's the why exercise. So if you have these thoughts coming up in your head, you can ask yourself why. So for example, if you're feeling extremely anxious and you're hanging out in a group of people, ask yourself, why am I feeling anxious? And then when you have the answer, then you go, why again? And then you just keep on going further back and back and back until you have the root cause. And then when you kind of get the root cause and you understand what the true reason is, you can kind of talk to yourself and be like, that was in the past, I'm here right now. And what I do is I imagine myself holding or hugging my inner child, and I just show her, and I'm like, I'll show you, it's going to be okay. And it honestly works a lot of the time, pretty much almost all the time. And so just try that out and see how that goes. And it might be uncomfortable the first time, but once you keep on doing it, you're going to realize it works. And what helped me with my anxiety is knowing that what people think about me is none of my business. Everyone is the way they are because of their upbringing, their habits, their beliefs about themselves. Everyone has their own thoughts and feelings, and at the end of the day, it's impossible to please everyone. And why would you want to please everyone anyway? Because it's only going to lead you to attract the wrong kind of people, and it's only going to hurt yourself. And, not everyone is going to like you, just like you don't like everyone. Things are only embarrassing if you make them embarrassing. So what you believe you did was embarrassing, then it will be. Because there are people out there on social media farting, snorting, sharing their deepest, darkest secrets and insane stories. Do you think they're embarrassed? No. Humans are weird, and we're all weird, and we all do weird things. And the amount of times I thought it was just me doing something, and then I see a video online of someone saying they do the exact same thing. And if you think others are judging you without any proof, then that's because you're judging yourself, and people are not thinking about you as much as you think they are. Everyone's too busy thinking about themselves. Find out who you are. Who are you really? Do you know yourself? Like, what makes you light up your soul? What makes you happy, sad, angry? Do you understand yourself on a deeper level? Do you know how you operate? What are your talents? Find your gifts and utilize them. Because people are walking around following the crowd, forming opinions that are not even their own, but what they've been told. And they didn't even shape themselves into a person that they like to be. They have shaped themselves into what they think other people like, and what they were told and what the society and the system told them. So who would you be if you knew you wouldn't fail, if you had all the money in the world, if you knew you would be supported? What would you do? What would you do? Who would you be? So it's so important to be confident in your own opinions, trust your intuition, your gut feelings, because they are your superpowers. And you don't need to be asking people, what's the right answer? Should I do this? Should I do that? Because you have the answers within yourself. You can trust yourself, and it might be different than other people's opinions, but it's your opinions, and that's what makes you unique. We're all beautifully individual, and we have different perspectives, and that's what humans are. There will never be another you. So ask yourself these questions and learn about yourself and spend time alone. Who do you want to be remembered as? I love spending time with myself. I genuinely love the hobbies I have, the things I do, the values I stand for, and I always have a good time, and I'm always making sure I'm okay, and that comes with a lot of inner work, and it's just, you feel home when you love yourself. Confidence is not something people are born with. It's self-taught, and it's a skill set. You need to be prepared to face your fears and understand what it is you're afraid of. Be uncomfortable, because as humans, we're wired to live in comfort. When we step outside of our comfort zone, our body goes into survival mode, literally, and it fight or flight, because it doesn't understand or recognize that these foreign feelings, and is trying to tell us that something is wrong, and it's trying to keep us safe. So when you start going to the gym, for example, or stretching, I remember this was actually recent, like I didn't go to the gym for a while, and I started to stretch again, and I started to feel really agitated and extremely, like, just really bad. And I was like, what is going on with me? I'm just stretching. And then I literally had to tell my body in my mind, I was like, I'm okay, I'm safe, I'm doing this because it's benefiting me. And then I realized it's because it was going into fight or flight mode. So then when I had to calm myself down, I was okay. So take it step by step and put yourself out there. For example, you can just compliment a person one day, or go to a new class, or try a new hobby, or go to a networking event. I actually pushed myself to go to a networking event yesterday, because I went to a few others before, and I didn't really enjoy it, and I felt uncomfortable and I felt awkward. And then I pushed myself to go again yesterday, and I detached, and I just was like, do it for the plot. And yeah, it went well. And I just realized the more I do it, the more I realize it's okay. And I might not be as successful as all the people there, but I learned something new, and I learned how to kind of talk more confidently and talk to these people. So yeah, that's for an example, putting yourself out there and just trying something new and something you're not 100% comfortable with. Even when I'm not really feeling myself on a specific day than I normally do, I'll still stand straight and tall, look up and walk with purpose, because you're the main character and this is your story. And when you walk with confidence, you're kind of demanding your physical presence to be seen. So take it step by step by putting yourself out there. For example, compliment someone once a day if you can, or go to a new class or try a new hobby, even a networking event with the intention to even talk to just one person and get to know them. It's like professional athletes. They started out just like us, beginners, and then they grew and they became better and better by practice and discipline, and that's how they become professional, because they also continue to practice every day until it becomes second nature to them. And this is the same with confidence. The more you put yourself out there, the more you practice, the more you do it, the confidence is going to grow, and it's going to shine from the inside to the outside. Energy. There is a big misconception about energy, that it's purely just about looks, that it's about your outer appearance and how you dress, how you do your makeup, your hair. And even though, yes, pretty privilege is 100% real, I've definitely seen from personal experience the difference between when you're confident and you're shining on the inside from the out to having no confidence at all. When you're confident, you have better people coming towards you, and confidence is about being comfortable in your own skin. You don't have to dress a certain way to finally feel that you're going to be confident. For example, if you see what you see on TikTok or you see online, it's about what you like. What do you want to wear? How do you want to dress? People can feel your aura and your energy, and it's like people can sniff insecurity from a mile away. So it's the way that you carry yourself, because when you're being negative and you're not confident and you're full of insecurity, it becomes a repellent. You literally push people away from you. But when you're living in a low vibration, you're attracting vibrational circumstances. So for example, if you go to a networking event and you go around the room and you see, for example, a person who's extremely bubbly, happy, and genuinely happy for everyone's success, you would want to go up to that person. You would want to openly talk to that person and even possibly work with them. And now, if you see someone who's very negative, just very low vibration, just not happy at all, jealous, just insecure, you wouldn't want to talk to them. You wouldn't want to work with them at all, because they're going to be bringing you down and lowering your energy. And that's where you can see the difference of how being negative and being in a low confidence state just blocks opportunities and the right people coming towards you. So make sure you're always standing straight and tall, look up and walk with purpose, and act like you're the main character of your story, because this is your story. And when you walk with confidence, you're demanding your physical presence to be seen. This is one of my favorite ones because it's really fun. You can do a mood board and script as well. I don't know if you can see here. I have 2 mood boards for this year. This is my traveling one, but I have one up there that I've done a TikTok and YouTube video on. And you could just do a vision board of how you want your best version of yourself to be. And you can script putting how does she act, or how does she dress, how does she want to be perceived, who does she attract, what does she do in her day-to-day life, does she live a slow life, is she grinding every day. So you can it's a really fun project, and I can put some examples on the screen just showing different questions that you can script, and different things that you can do on your vision board. So yeah, and remember, it's really important to keep your mental health in check. When you're not actively taking care of yourself and you start to abandon yourself, that confidence can go downhill. And I've noticed that in myself as well. When I start to abandon myself and I'm not working out, then it just spirals into a loop of just insecurity and all of that. And then I realize, okay, no, I've kind of steered a bit too far away from my self-care routine. So a thing that helps me is going back to the gym, but also journaling, and even just sitting with myself and just really listening to my emotions and just seeing what's wrong, like what's the issue. So journaling, you can just write down, just scribble like everything you're feeling. It doesn't matter how bad it is, who's pissed you off, just write it down. Self-care routine is really important. Your skincare is good to, when you feel good of your physical appearance, then that kind of brings out your confidence a little bit more. So skincare routine is really important, and keeping your hair nice. I'm getting a haircut in literally 30 minutes, so I'm really excited for that. So taking care of your hair as well, having good hygiene, brushing your teeth, flossing, having showers regularly, and eating healthy food. So it's really important not to consume too much sugar. Sugar can affect your teeth, it can affect your mental health, your physical health. Putting music on in the mornings. I have a whole playlist that I put on in the morning, and I just dance sometimes, or I'll just sing while I'm getting ready for work, and that just really lifts up my mood. I also stretch, and I make sure I just release all the fascia that's knotted in my body. So these are just some examples you can get ideas from and cater them to your own personal preferences. And going back to regulating your emotions, journaling, and kind of not abandoning yourself, something that I did that has really helped is I wrote a list, and I became very self-aware about when my self-esteem started getting lower and what was causing that. So I have a whole list on my notes of what is causing my self-esteem issues to go lower and what I can do to improve that. So I really, really recommend that, because you could just go back to that every time that you start to feel your mental health is getting lower and you're spiraling. I also put like hobbies that I like to do, and just so I don't forget, because I have a lot of hobbies, so I can kind of just pick and choose through that list and see what I want to do. So you can get to know yourself, get to know what hobbies you like, and can put that in a list. And you can also create a playlist that makes you feel super confident and a bad bitch, and just listen to that to manifest your dream life. You can visualize whilst you're listening to the music of your most confident self, and also look at the vision board. And in the mornings, I also like to meditate and listen to affirmations. So I actually have some affirmations on my YouTube that you can listen to if you want. But I also go on other people's videos and I just listen to positive or confident affirmations, abundance affirmations. And sometimes it's nice to also listen to your own voice. So you can record yourself saying affirmations and you're listening to your own self saying that, and I feel that has a lot of power to that. So definitely try that out if that resonates with you. So the conclusion of this video is: act like you're the main character, embrace your uniqueness, and embody the most confident version of yourself that you wish to be, because you really do deserve the world. And if you forget that, then go back to your list, rewatch this video, or do whatever it takes to reclaim your power, because you deserve to have that, and you deserve to be and living the best version of yourself. And I really hope this helped you guys in some way. And I do have a little bit of homework if you want to do that. So exposure therapy, I want you to go out of your comfort zone and try something new, even if it's complimenting someone once, and that's practicing being uncomfortable, and that's building your confidence. So remember, confidence is a skill, it's something that you learn. Next is think about 3 people that you wish to embody. Who do you admire? Who do you admire who has such confidence or just is themselves unapologetically? Who do you wish to kind of embrace some of their qualities and implement that in yourself? And you can put that on your mood board as well, whoever inspires you. Create your vision board and put pictures of how you want to dress, how you want to be perceived, who inspires you, what does your most confident self look like, act like, think like. And last but not least, shadow work. Look online and find questions to help you understand yourself better, understand your triggers, and get to the root cause of why you don't feel so confident in yourself and why you have these specific insecurities and where they stem from. And yeah, that concludes this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. You learned something new and it helped you in any way. If you guys have any questions or you want to reach out to me, I'm on my Instagram, Nixon Knight, and I will be there. Happy to answer any of your questions. And yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you the next time. Bye!